Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jesus here with the Van Bros. You guys just saw that very interesting fight video that was posted not too long ago. Here we're going to start off the deck profiles. We're going to start off with Tyler's Chronojet Dragon deck. That's pretty much all I can think of.
Cool. So for our starting Vanguard, we have Chronojet. He's important because when you ride on him, you draw a card and you get a quick shield.
Very nice.
For our other grade zeros we have in the deck, we have 4 TikTok workers because this is a time leap build. One of these is a different art. That's weird. Who knows that's a word?
It was a reprint.
Weird.
Fake.
Then for our triggers, we have 4 grade 3 heals.
Okay.
That's all. And we have 3 Erwatars, just because, like I said, it's a time leap build, so it's very good to be able to time leap it and then draw to plus a little bit. Also, hitting it and then standing something's always nice, but I only run 3 of that. Then we run 4 draw perfect cards. And we have 1 Heart Thump Worker and 3 of the Steam Gunner Hadashes that go into the soul and draw a card. But these are going to get switched out for more Heart Thump Workers.
I was going to ask why the 1, but now we know.
Yeah, I thought there were 4. Turns out there wasn't 4. And this is what I'm going to blame my loss on.
Well, you know.
And we also run the 1 over trigger.
Because why not?
The Dark States one.
All right.
Moving along, we have our grade 1s. We have 2 Mazer Gear Dragons. Mostly just because I can't afford the other 2, but we're gonna get there one day. So right now we just have 2. This is the card that you ride, you get the Crest, but it's also good because if you ride on top of Chronojet, you draw again. Very solid. Then we have 2 Lishmas. This is really good because after your Vanguard attacks, if you've exhausted both your columns, you can call out another grade 2 that can make a whole another column. So you basically get 2 more attacks. But I only run it at 2 because it can be called out of the deck with Upstream Dragon. So that's good. Then I have 1 Honolly in here because I can also call it in the back row off of Upstream Dragon if I need to. If not, it's just there in the deck. And then I have 4 Steam Maiden Melons. This is pretty much one of the best attackers in the deck and what starts all of the combos. Then going to the grade 2s, I run 3 of the new V promo. It's mostly just in here to search for Mazer Gear if necessary. Other than that, it's pretty much just a worse history maker. That's its only purpose. I had Upstream Dragon at 4, but I took the other 3 copies out for that promo because I realized I can just time leap this out of the deck when I really need it. And you really only need 1 to do all the combos in the deck once you get Lishma and Hanali out. So just 1 of that. I run 3 Steam Scholar Karada. He's really good because after Lishma attacks, you can time leap her into him, and then he can call another card. This is the one I was talking about. So it just extends your attacks pretty much by 2. Very good. And then we have 4 History Maker Dragons.
Yeah.
And for grade 3s, we run 4 Chronojet Dragons. The original one for History Maker Shenanigans. And with the Crest.
The Crest makes this card
good.
The Crest makes that card modern.
It does. And then for in-deck grade 4s, I run 4 Retroactive Time Maiden Blueroos. A lot of people think this card is ass. I like it because it's really good late game. Because when you guard with it, you not only bind it, but you can put a trigger from your drop zone back into your deck. And since you're time leaping, you're going to shuffle that back around, so it's not going to be on the bottom anymore. And by itself, it's a 25k shield. Also, I never do this ability, but you can discard a heal from your hand and call this from the drop to the Guardian Circle. So that's really cool. And then in my deck, I have 1 Chrono Dragon next stage. I only run it at 1 because you can just search it out with Frog Rock, the stride that'll let you ride it and then attack right afterwards. Also because if I end up hitting the Crest, I can't ride it anyway. So I think it just gets clunky if I run it at more than 1. Then for the G zone, I have 2 of the History Collection stride. It's just really good, and being able to get 2 force markers lets all of the time leap columns hit, which is great. I have 1 History Build Dragon. I don't really go into this card that much, but it's really good late game just to get extra attacks. If you start running out of cards, you can kind of just time leap into whatever you have left. And it gives History Maker and the other time leapers plus 3k when it's face up or in the G zone. So that's always nice. Then I have 1 Highbrow Steam. I don't know what her name is. It looks like Shalishma. She's really good. I especially like to combo with her after I guard with the Ulurus that bind themselves face up. She can call those to the rear guard, and they're 15k beaters. So on force markers, that's 25k. So that's really good. Other than that, when she's face up in the G zone, if a grade 3 finishes attacking, I can bind that grade 3 and call her to a rear guard, which is really solid to keep extending attacks. Then I have 1 copy of Interdimensional Dragon Garagorok. Like I said, his main gimmick is to swing and then go in the next stage, but he's also really good if I have Melums in the field, because I could combo off Melum and just call out Erwatars to plus my hand a lot. So he's really good in the deck. I have 1 of the Overdress deck next stage. Honestly, it's really not that much better than the original. It kind of downs itself by having to discard Chronojet himself, but I really like the art, and I'd had 1, so it's nice. I don't really think it's different. It looks pretty good. And
Jesus Christ.
Then I have 1 Interdimensional Fate Rider Dragon. Realistically, if you exhaust all your options, this will be your finisher. This is incredibly better than the old Fate Rider because it's on attack and not when it's placed during the main phase. So you get an extra chain of attacks, and the artwork is just really pretty.
Is it me? Yeah, that thing doesn't have a triple drive icon.
We're gonna ignore that.
It's still triple.
We're gonna ignore that. Then I run 2 Bear Lock G guards. I really like this card because sometimes when you're time leaping things around, you end up with extra grade 2s and 1s in the field that don't really have a purpose. And this list lets you bind them to G guards. You don't even have to discard a heal to G guard with this, as long as you bind cards with grades equaling 3 or greater. And it's especially good if you do it and then also bind an Erwatar on the field along with it to draw on your opponent's turn. Good combo there. Then I run 1 Highbrow Steam Raffina. It's by itself, it's just a really strong G-Guard. Also, it helps sets up for next turn. If you know there's not going to be more attacks, you can call out TikTok Worker, or you can call out Erwatar with this. And then if you have extra cards, like I said, you can use Bear Lock and combo more to draw cards. This card is really bad and it's probably going to get taken out. I don't recommend it to anyone, not even my enemies. I would run another Bear Lock. It's just, you could cut this part out. And then I run 3 Interdimensional Dragon Head Around Dragons because I don't like restanding rear guards, and this really helps get rid of those. Also, it's just a good card, you know, it just makes people sad, it makes me happy, and I like it, and it's never served me wrong. If I could, I'd probably run 16 copies of it.
Oh, Jesus.
Cut that out.
Yeah.
And then I run the 1 Harmonics Messiah, and it's real. It's not a proxy.
Wow.
And it's the really old one. I don't know why I'm turning that upside down.
Yeah.
And the Harmonics Messiah makes a Guardian Shield ticket when you get one of these. So that's really nice. And then the only thing left in my deck is my Crest, which is also shiny, and 2 shiny Force Markers. That's all.
Well,
we have a bystander wanting to ask a question.
Why don't you run Steam Maiden Ligma?
Who's that?
Ligma Balls.
I knew what he was going to do, but I let him do it anyway.